Just explain to us first what happened in Kirklees, and then we'll come on to the broader national picture.
Well, I got re-elected with... no, I didn't get re-elected. My colleague got re-elected with 60% of the vote. We've won every local election in our ward for the last 20 elections. So once Greens do get elected, we stay elected. And so that was great. And, getting 60% of the vote again, marvellous.
Mm-hmm. But looking more broadly across the country, remind me how many gains the party got?
Well, we've got up to 542 councillors. A few years ago, we had 175. So it's been a rapid rise. It's been a sustained rise, but it's also been a rise which is geographically spread across the country. So it's not just one or two areas where we're strong. We've built up our campaigning capability to be able to deliver gains across the country.
So you seem to do particularly well kind of in the south of England in this set of local elections anyway. Why do you think that is? Why are people moving away from other parties?
Yes, we did well in the south, and yes, we took seats from the Conservatives, but we also took seats from Labour. You look up in Tyneside, South Tyneside, we took seats there. We've taken seats in North Yorkshire. We've now got a councillor group of 5 on the new North Yorkshire Council. We gained 3 seats in Bradford. We gained a seat in Leeds. We've had a net gain of 1, taking our councillors up to 14 in Sheffield. So it's not just simply the south; it's right across the country. 8 councillors were elected for the first time in Wales for the Green Party. So big gains across the country.
So one of the things I'm genuinely curious about, Andrew, is do you think it's people getting fully behind the sort of Green Party agenda, or do you think much of it is they're just fed up with the other parties?
No, I mean, if they were fed up with the other parties, there are other places to go to. You mentioned the Lib Dems earlier on. They could have gone to the Lib Dems. But because we were there, because we were campaigning, because we were actually talking about the issues that people cared about, we're linking the local environment, the things that people care about on a day-to-day basis with global issues. That links into what people care about. And people are recognising that some of the answers to the cost of living crisis are actually some of the issues to do with the climate crisis. So if we're going to insulate homes to save energy, that also helps people save money, but also helps the global environment as well.
Mm-hmm. Brilliant. Well, Andrew, I've completely forgotten the other question I was going to ask you then. It was a good one, I'm sure it was. Arlene, Paul, anything that you want to ask Andrew?
I mean, I was just say to Andrew, I mean, Andrew, what is the Green Party for? I mean, I don't mean that flippantly, but there was a time when the Greens were more prominent in the 80s and the 90s, specifically because, arguably, they were the only party at the time who were arguing strongly for environmental issues, weren't they? But because of the popularity of that cause, all of the other main parties now have adopted that agenda. So in what way now is the Green Party in any way distinct from most other parties?
Clearly, the fact that people are voting for the Green Party in large numbers and electing as councillors across the country, clearly then they're seeing that the agenda, the green agenda, as you might call it, is not being significantly adopted by other parties, and that they want more action and greater action. And the Green Party can deliver that. And we're involved in the administrations of over 14 councils in the country so far, but that's going to rise over following this election.
So, Andrew, there's been talk, hasn't there, of potential kind of pacts among some of the more sort of left-leaning parties. Is that something that you've seen any evidence of around the country?
Well, I suppose the real difficulty here is the Labour Party. The Labour Party doesn't play well with others. It's their idea of beating the Tories is saying everybody vote for us. They don't actually want to a lot of the time work across the political agenda, and that's a huge problem for them. If they really want to see the end of the Tories, they've got to recognise that other parties exist, that people vote for them, and that really, if there are going to be arrangements in the future, they've got to respect those other parties and respect their voters.
Of kind of pacts happening either in your neck of the woods or kind of elsewhere, involving the Green Party and Labour and maybe the Lib Dems?
No, not to any significant degree, and that's largely due to the approach parties take. So that has meant the Green Party, despite the electoral system, is having to up its game and win more seats. So we're more than happy to try and take votes from all parties, Conservative, Labour, whoever, to get our agenda across.
Welcome to the GB News YouTube channel. You can watch us live 24 hours a day, catch up on your favourite shows and join in the conversation in the comments below.
Don't forget to subscribe and you'll never miss any of our exclusive content.